Hello gentlemen, welcome back to Men's Improvement channel. There are two types of people in this world. There are good people and there are bad people. I want you to be a good, nice and well-behaved person. And I don't want you to be a complete douche. So that is why I'm going to show you 7 things that I think that you should avoid doing in order not to be a douchebag. Let's get right into it. The first thing is about your clothing. I had to bring down the camera for this example. You know, you can see this t-shirt, right? It's fairly well fitted. But if you go with clothes that are way too tight, it just makes you look like a complete douche. People don't need to see your gut or your man boobs or even your chest and body hair through your t-shirt because the shirt is so tight. People don't want or need to see that. So by all means, avoid too tight clothes and go for a regular or slim fit. No too skinny fit or literally something that just cramps your body. The second thing that I want you to avoid is going for way too many logos. I have nothing against a sweater with some subtle logos across it or a simple logo here or there. And I'm also not against jackets with some patches here and there. But if you go for a Balenciaga sweater where the logo Balenciaga is all over the sweater, or you go with pants with way too much detail, or a shirt where the print of Nike is literally covering the whole shirt, cut it. Too many logos just makes you look tacky and like a huge billboard. You don't want to look like a billboard, you want to look handsome, and a billboard is definitely not handsome at all. The third thing that I want you to avoid doing is just neglecting the fact that you need to wear a face mask. If the country that you live in requires you to wear a mask in, for example, public transportation or in public places, wear a damn face mask. You can't just go around the world under a pandemic thinking that you're a superhuman that can't catch the virus and that you can't spread the virus to someone else. I want you to be wearing a mask if it's required in your country, because you're not looking any cooler without one. You're just looking like a complete douchebag for not giving a fuck about anyone else that's around you. So wear a mask if it's required in your country. The fourth thing that I want to avoid doing is smoking. So smoking used to be cool in the 60s, 70s and 80s and maybe a part of the 90s, and some people still think that it's cool to smoke. But in my opinion, it's one of the most techiest things that a person can ever do because of 2 reasons. You're a nicotine addict that can't quit because you gain all this dopamine that you just can't throw away and just makes you look weak. The second thing about cigarettes that makes them look tacky is not about the looks and the aesthetics, but about the smell. You are going to smell horribly when you're smoking, and you can't even smell it yourself because you're consuming it on a regular basis if you're a smoker. But people around you can smell that your smell of cigarettes. And trust me, I have parents who have smoked for half of their lives and they used to smell horribly and I hated it. Don't smoke, it looks tacky and it makes you smell horribly, and you don't want to be a dopamine addict, do you? Going back to the smoking, I want you to avoid this 5th thing, and that is taking any type of drugs. Avoid drugs. For the love of God, avoid all types of drugs because they can be addictive, they can hurt your financial situation, get you in trouble in the streets, and just generate major health problems. So please avoid drugs by all means. And they also make you look very unattractive and tacky because I think that addiction to something just makes you look like a complete loser and douchebag because you have put yourself in a loop that you can't get out of. You're buying drugs, you're consuming the drugs, you want more, and you buy them again and again and again. You're going throughout the same circle on and on again, and you just can't get out of it because it's so damn addictive. Again, by all means, get out or get rid, or just don't take any types of drugs ever. But if you are on your way out of your drug addiction, then by all means, good job, continue the rehab and stay out of it for once and for all. The 6th thing that I want you to avoid doing in order to not look like a complete douchebag are bar fights. Going for a night out with the boys or with your girl, avoid fighting with anyone. I know people can be provocative or just complete douchebags themselves, but that doesn't mean that you should go out for a fight with them. if you have to defend yourself, by all means do that. I don't want you to get hurt out there. But if it's unnecessary, you can just walk away or call the police or whatever. Do that. I don't want you to go into bar fight, because you're not going to look any cooler fighting a drunk dude that just downed 40 beers in a row and just wants to fight because the testosterone in his body is mixed with a lot of alcohol. So only defend yourself if necessary. Bar fights are not cool. They make you look like a douchebag. Avoid them, please. The 7th thing that I want you to avoid talking about or doing is bragging about how many ladies you have been with and judging how many or how few other people have been with. I have known a lot of people that have been bragging about them being with 20, 40, 100, 200 women throughout their teens, and it's just not cool. I can't see the reason behind bragging about how many women someone have been with. But that's just my opinion, of course. Comment down below what you think. And by all means, I don't want to judge anyone else about how many people they have been with or how few people they have been with. And the last thing that I want you to avoid, gentlemen, is being jealous. Jealousy won't get you anywhere. It will get you to a dark hole where you're just angry for not having or not being able to do things that other people are capable of doing. I don't want you to be jealous. I want you to be hungry. If you want something or want to have something that other people have, then do what's necessary to get it. There's no reason to be jealous of the other person having something that you don't. You don't know their previous life situation or their previous dreams or habits or whatever. So why should you judge someone for having something that you don't? So do your part and do what you need to do to have what you want to have. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these 7 things that I want you to avoid doing, saying, or thinking. A real man is not a douchebag. A douchebag is just a little boy that doesn't know any better and does things just to provoke others. And I want you to be a real man. In order to be a real man, I don't want you to be a douchebag. I want you to be a nice, good, well-minded person. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell if you haven't already, in order to get notified every single time I upload a video to make you a better version of yourself. So guys, have a great day and remember to smile more. It's free.